everybody, welcome to Midweek. Wow, have we got ourselves some studs here today. We brought in some friends, and we're going to be talking about, well, young adults, community life, and one of my favorite times, we're going to do some hot seat stuff, where I'm going to put these guys on the hot seat and ask them biblical, contemporary, contextual, political questions. Wouldn't it be cool if you could wire in your questions? Why don't you try doing that? Send them in, and I'll invite these guys back, and we'll do this again. So, Tyler, Yam, young adult, tell me, you minister from age 0 to 99, or where is it?
We are 18 to 30.
18 to 30. And when they get 30, you put them on a conveyor belt and send them where?
It's a hard boot out of the office.
Built out of the, all right. And so you guys, a couple weeks ago, you renovated the 5 Bay over on North Block. And by the way, Tyler will give you a personal tour. Yeah? It's pretty good. What did you do over there?
We weren't able to meet in a physical location, much as everyone was, because of COVID. And then when the church started to meet again, the gym was needed for all the locations that we had. So Steve Hunter very graciously allowed us to use the 5 Bay because no one was renting it at the time. And I went in with a team of young adults for a couple weekends, and we cleaned it, washed everything, painted the walls, added a few like service table areas, and just made it a place where we can comfortably meet.
Refrigerator, freezer.
Yeah.
I hear you're getting a new couch.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We are.
Right now being serviced and cleaned at Culberson's. Yes, that's a plug for them.
Not a sponsor yet.
But with this, they may do it for free. Just kidding. So what are some of the things that are, that are happening that you are excited about?
I was very discouraged because I wasn't able to meet for a number of weeks. But what was neat in the young adult ministry is they, in a really neat way, took initiative. I was kind of struggling with discouragement for a while, but our Bible study leaders doubled themselves really without me pushing. And we doubled the number of Bible studies meeting this year than last year, all because they wanted it. They wanted to be in community so bad. So I'm doing more leadership training this year than I was last year, which is phenomenal.
And then a couple weeks ago, you guys started meeting in a larger community. Wearing masks and just, again, protecting everyone, trying to do what's right and beneficial. Yes, and, man, you guys are running great numbers. And then a lot of them, I think most of them, come over on Sunday, the second hour, 11 o'clock. So you guys meet at 9. And I see, you are doing a great job. It's amazing. What are some of the college students, some of them are online, some of them are in person. What do you hear some of them facing? Are they all doing well, carefree? COVID is a concern for seniors only, or are they actually fearful? And is this era something where the tension of race or politics and COVID getting to them too? What are you hearing? What do you see?
COVID as a health concern really doesn't get to the young adults much. So that, and not to disparage our group, because I have seen them honor authority and the rules and the governor in amazing ways. So they're not arrogant in it, but they're not scared. They're not scared of it. But the thing that is frustrating for them, and we all know this, we are not meant to live isolated. We're not meant to do education isolated. So there is a very rapidly growing anxiety and stress around their education. They don't want to do Zoom classes. It's just not comfortable. They don't enjoy it. So
I've heard professors don't like it either.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Dr. Pausch doesn't like it either. So, What, if we were to pray for our young adult ministry, for you, what are some of the things we could be praying for?
I took a survey last week to just gauge the spiritual and emotional temperature of the group, just see where they were at. And the vast majority of the 50 pages that I got back was, I am struggling struggling to stay present in my quiet times. They're emotionally tired. And I think it's hard to keep a good quiet time normally. But when you have to balance, like you said, the tensions in arguments around politics and racial tension and school and work, they're coming to the next morning or even that evening with nothing in the tank. And so to be present in quiet time is very difficult. So pray for that they would re-engage spiritually, which is that's our new series right now, is being engaged in that way. Financially, Oregon is already a very difficult state for a young adult because to jump into a single bedroom apartment is around $800 to $900. And so for a single person, that's almost insurmountable with the amount of debt that they're carrying around. So pray for wise decisions with money. And but as far as engagement in the church, I'm really not worried about our young adults. Not that they don't need prayer there, but we didn't see a large drop off through COVID.
I know at the 11 o'clock service in the gym, a lot of them are in there, and let me tell you what, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Doing a great job. Boy, you must have had good parents. Ridiculous. Hey, good
Hi.
to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I got my favorite hot seat for you.
Oh, can't wait.
Coming. I know,
wait.
me too.
Yeah, it's
gonna be so
warming up
great.
already.
So Jonah, has that surpassed maybe your hopes and expectations?
Absolutely. To be honest, it really was a reaction. Starting home groups, it was a reaction to, hey, we have a situation. Our community group system has been thwarted, and we need something. But man, it's turned into the most incredible blessing. I look forward to Monday nights. I love my group. Our sharing, this current series on Jonah has been an absolute blast. It's way more than a story about a dude and a fish. It's been a blast. It has exceeded my expectations.
And where do you see us headed? I mean, Jonah, I think we finished week 4, so we have 4 more weeks in our group, and some are probably somewhere close to that. Most of them are. Where do you see us heading when we get to, say, December?
Yep.
We're going to have another opportunity.
Correct. Yeah, our next series is going to be a short series. Lee Strobel has put together a series on the case for Christmas. So we're going to have, it's an intellectual exercise. I think it's important that we are always engaging our heart, but our head. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. So it's good to engage our minds. So Lee Strobel is going to walk us through a case for Christmas, and he will do both of those. So we will be providing that for our small groups to walk us through the holiday season. We know it's busy, so there will be some weeks that maybe you're taking off, you're traveling. So it'll be a 4-week series to get us to the end of the year. And then, my goodness, we have got some exciting things happen as we start in January that'll walk us through. We have the whole year already mapped out. And the first one right out of the gate is going to be mission-oriented. It's going to be unbelievable. So I'm fired up.
Yeah. Hey, you and I did a membership class, of all things. Somebody said, you brought members in? That was another pastor. He's the same guy that thought I was an idiot for doing 5, however many services do we do, whatever number of services we do.
7.
7, thank you. So we did a membership class. Yeah. Was that not the funnest thing in the world?
It was. It's a highlight of kind of our church calendar. Our rhythm is getting together with people they're pursuing us. It's hard to not let your heart get a little bit wounded when people maybe choose to disconnect a little bit. So, man, it's fun when folks say, I want to be part of this team, part of this family, and I'm going to give up some of my Sunday afternoon. So to be with these new folks that are pursuing us, we get to talk about our church's mission, vision, and values, things that we love, talk about spiritual gifts, and then have them sign on the dotted line and say, I'm here, I want to serve, I want to be part of what you're doing. It's so affirming, and frankly, it kind of fuels those jets to kind of keep enduring the more difficult parts of ministry.
Oh, it's awesome. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So we enjoyed, and so another thing that really encouraged my heart is last week I'd said, hey, for those of you who stream, we can kind of tell how many people stream services or how many people stream, but we have no idea who. So a couple of you called and said, I just want you to know I'm with you. We're streaming. That is really helpful. A couple of us are going to start doing some phone calling again. And it's just really to see how you're doing. Pray with you, check in, keep the connection going. So for those of you who are streaming, glad you're safe. stay put, and whenever you feel safe and your health gives you that ability, come on back. We're here. But until then, we're wanting to make sure that we're doing everything to stay connected to you. The weekend services were great. The distribution honestly could not have been better. We're trying to keep, again, every service under 100, and the distribution went really well over the weekend. We're getting up there. We're thinking, okay, what happens when we get more than that? We're actually thinking about that. Saturday night might be one area where we add some space. So Saturday night's a good night to choose. Because we can actually do a flip where I start preaching in the sanctuary and the worship band is in the gym or somewhere, and we flip that. So Saturday night has some growth area. So if you're like, I don't care when I go to church, I'm ready to go back, Saturday night's marvelous. Sunday is always going to be open again, and we're always thinking of creative ideas because God has given us the ability to honor our authority over us and still worship our God. So it's been great. So hope to see you this weekend. For those who are streaming, just continue to communicate to us. I'm here. And also, if there's things that we can do to better serve you or ways to stay connected, things that we can pray for, I love it. Some of you called this week. That was beautiful. Love chatting with you.
Hi, my name is Carol Weaver, and I am the secretary of the Salem First Baptist Deaconess Board. To the side here is Rhonda Geisinger. She is our chairperson of the Deaconess Board, and this is Irina Kay. She is our vice chair. We're coming here today to remind you, as you well know, of the phenomenal pastors and staff that we have at Salem First Baptist Church. We want to honor them, and you may have noticed that last week was Pastor's Appreciation Sunday. We also have the opportunity this month to share together in Pastoral Appreciation Month.
Even though it is not an official holiday, it is nationally recognized. This celebration was established in 1992. And with the mission to encourage and uplift pastors. And as we can read in our Bibles, the elders who direct the affairs of the church well are worthy of double honor, especially those whose work is preaching and teaching. And you can find this verse in 1 Timothy 5:17.
We want to encourage you to visit the church's website. There you're going to find that each pastor has submitted a profile. It lists some of the things that they like, some of the things that they appreciate. That will give you some ideas on ways that you can encourage and support them. But I want to let you know that you can just give them an out of the box encouragement note. You can give them a Facebook shout out. You can send them an email. Or you can even give them an elbow bump in between services in the hallway. Any of these are going to bless their socks off. Let them know how much we appreciate them. Thanks.
Continue. All right, hot seat time. Let's go real quick. Oh, this is going to be great. Tyler, what is your favorite new restaurant in town?
Azul Taco House, no question.
Where is that at?
That is over by the new apartments that are built right across the street from Riverfront Park.
Oh, my goodness. Jeff, the favorite dog name that you have had in your family of all time?
Murph.
Murph.
After Dale Murphy.
Oh, yes. Yes. Are you ever going to get a dog by the name of Griff?
Probably not.
You didn't like Griffey?
Well, it's not that I dislike Griffey, but he...
Is it not a shock that I know who that is?
I'm impressed. But because Ken Griffey played an inferior sport that it mimics baseball, but the American League is kind of a close representation of the way God designed baseball to be played.
So the National League is superior?
Yes.
Well, then I would name your dog National.
That's better than Griff.
Okay. Tyler, what's your favorite moment so far of the hearings with Amy Coney Barrett?
Hands down, the blank clipboard. Absolute savage.
Yeah. Have you not been impressed? no political persuasion at all. Have you not been impressed with how unbelievably brilliant this woman is?
She is unbelievably kind in the face of very arrogant questioning.
Yeah, even good questioning. I think some of the questioning is just good. And she is brilliant. I pray for her a lot, and for her poor kids who are sitting back there watching this. I can imagine. Okay, Jeff, you have been hired to be an advisor to the governor. What do you suggest in relation to the educational department? You're her primary advisor at this point. What do you tell her? This is really putting you on the spot.
Oh, thanks.
Such a good question.
Listen to your constituents. Oh, that's pretty good.
Just drop this.
That almost needs to just stop the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this wasn't expensive, I would drop the mic.
Yeah.
Listen.
Tyler, other than Christmas, what are you looking forward to in the next 2 months?
Oh, man. Next 2 months, what am I looking forward to? Okay, so going back to the survey I took with the young adults, the number one rated event that we have all year long is Yamsgiving. So Yamsgiving coming up in November. It's going to be amazing.
Good name. That's a good name.
Best event ever.
Pastor Jeff?
Yes, sir.
There's a theological issue out there about Jonah's dad. Do you think he was killed by the Assyrians?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. The animosity between the Hebrew and the Assyrian was long-standing. It was impassioned, and it would be a very reasonable conclusion to reach that Jonah's family and many extended members of his family had been killed by the Assyrians, leading to his hesitancy to move toward them.
Isn't that interesting? We don't know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course not.
But as we think about that, what does that tell you about God's calling on a man to say, I know they killed your father, and this is what grace does?
Yep.
Think about that. Isn't that amazing?
It is. And one of my favorite things about Jonah's story is he didn't think they were worthy of God's grace.
I wouldn't,
So God shows him, neither are you, buddy.
Yeah.
You have been running from me. You're not deserving of it. You deserve my punishment for being a knucklehead. But I'm going to show it to you. Now you show it to them. I love that part of the story.
By the way, your cultural idioms are the best. Hey, everybody. We love you. We miss you. Seeing you face to face, you see us a lot. And I've tucked my shirt back, Debbie DeNaro, so I just want you to know it's there. And for any of the rest of you who are saying your cheeks are too red, I'm doing my best to put different rouge on. Sincerely, we love you. God bless you.
So many mic drop moments.
I was waiting. The thing you're looking forward to most when you hesitated, I almost said, Azul's Taco House.
Oh, that would have been a great answer.
That would have been good. But Yamsgiving is such a good name.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you guys, honestly.
That was fun.
That was like...